Welcome back to the Way Out West YouTube channel. This video is a little different from the previous post. Today I get to talk to Matt Dwyer, who's our guest performer for this coming Sunday, December the 5th. Also great news is that the crowd restrictions are lifted. You can still book a ticket on our website, or we're allowing walk-ups. Matt will give us a heads up on what to expect this Sunday, and it sounds mighty fine. You can also hear Matt talking to Tom Cianitis on his Jumpin' the Blues show on 106.7 tomorrow, Wednesday from 2 p.m. I've still got many more book interviews in the pipeline, so stay tuned there. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button.
Yes, yeah, it was. Neither of my parents played music, but they loved it. So there was always music in the house. And my dad loved the crooners. He was a big fan of Frank Sinatra and that kind of stuff. He wasn't a real rock and roll guy,
Yeah.
or blues for that matter. But you know, lots of jazz, and or what we now know as jazz. And I got into the blues on my own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had fun.
So that sort of leads me into the next thing. How did that happen, and what were some of your early influences with regards to the blues?
How it happened, I can tell you. I have an older brother, and he came home with a record because we had records in my day, you know.
Yeah, I still got them.
That's right, but it wasn't a choice back then. And it was this guy from Texas named Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he said, "Hey, have a listen to this. I think you'll like it." And I remember putting the needle on. I was just, okay, well, that just changed my life, you know, within about 8 bars. And so that was the second album, Couldn't Stand the Weather. And and about a week or 2 weeks later, I was actually at the concert when Stevie Ray Vaughan played at the Opera House, this in Sydney, because I only moved to Melbourne in 2001. So this was 1984. And it was a Friday night, and you know, just once again changed my life. And you know, I wasn't quite sure what I was listening to, but I knew I'd take, you know, I'll take all of that you got, you know. And subsequently, I would read every article, you know, every interview with Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he was great about talking about his influences. So through reading those articles, I got into, you know, Albert King and Buddy Guy and Muddy Waters and Howlin' Wolf and Hubert Sumlin and T-Bone Walker, and the list goes on and on and on. And I'm still discovering people that I haven't heard before, thanks to shows like Jumpin' the Blues. So yeah, so I was 14 years old, and it was, yeah, the mid '80s was not a great time for music, for popular music. So wasn't getting a whole lot of radio airplay, so I had to go find it all by myself. Probably jump blues. That's about my favorite, but you know, I love pre-war blues as well. You know, you've seen me down at the Way Out West doing the acoustic thing. I love doing that solo pre-war stuff. You know, the Robert Johnson and Son House and you know, people like that. And Blind Willie Johnson's a very much a favorite when it comes to the pre-war stuff. So to me, it's all just music, you know.
Yeah.
So and that's going to be happening on the when I do the show on the 5th. I'll do this like I usually do. If it's a 3-set gig, I'll do the support set on the first set on my own, just totally solo, playing acoustic and slide guitar, doing, you know, the pre-war blues and country and Delta blues, and then, you know, then bring in the heavy artillery for the second and third sets with the horn section and the whole business. Certainly, I've got Peter Mavrich on double bass, Steve Morrison on drums. They've been my main rhythms. Well, they've been my favorite rhythm section well, Steve Morrison's been playing drums with me for about 12 years. And Pete Maverick's been playing bass with me for about 8. And they're just the best rhythm section I've ever played with. ever, you know. And you know, you couldn't hope for a better rhythm section than that. They're just superb. And so they're the rhythm section from the Magnetones, and I'll have Aaron Searle on tenor saxophone and Matt Pointer on excuse me, Matt Pointer on baritone sax.
Oh, I see.
It's a fat sound, and it's yeah, it's uptown, it's good timey blues, you know, and it's yeah, it's for dancing too.
Sure hope you liked that interview with Matt Dwyer. This Sunday's going to be a ripper, and it starts a run of 3 Sundays in a row. The following Sunday, Fiona Boys is back in town, and then on Sunday, we have a fantastic Christmas gig with Jules Bolt, and it'll be a little taste of New Orleans for all of us. So stay tuned, subscribe, and we hope to see you Sunday.